Welcome back to another Not Daily video, everybody. Today I'll be reacting to Phillyflyer's NFL team predictions. Go check out Phillyflyer's channel. I'll have his channel. I'll have his channel's link in the description. Yeah, let's just dive right into it. Go subscribe to Phillyflyer. Subscribe to me, of course. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what he has. He has the Bills going 14-3. I agree with this completely. I have the exact same thing as he does. Again, you have such a good team. You have Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. You have the best defense in the league. You have a top 10 offense. They're my Super Bowl pick. I agree with that completely. Dolphins 12-5. I agree with this too. I think though it all depends on Tua if he does good. You have built an amazing team around Tua. Now it comes down to can Tua be that talent the Dolphins were thinking he'd be. If not, then I don't see them doing good at all. Well, not at all, bro. Anyone's better. I think that their team around Tua alone is better than a lot of teams in the league. Even though you need a good QB. You can't do crap without a good QB. We've seen it with teams like the Broncos, teams like the Colts. You need a good QB in this league. I think it all comes down to Tua, though. New England Patriots 9-8. I agree with this. This team is not made no moves, and you get rid of Shaq Mason.
Patriots are really good. I'm just gonna say that.
They
got Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, no debating.
Yeah, no debating.
He won 6 Super Bowls, and no, that was not because of Brady. I completely think it was because of Belichick. But I'll get to that in another video, maybe.
What? Derek! No! Bill Belichick is the best coach of all time. Even though let's say you put any other QB as his starting QB. Let's say you put someone like Jared Goff at his starting QB. You're going to have a 500 record every single year, and you're not going to make the playoffs. And if you are, you're going to get eliminated in the first or second round. Even some better guys would lose in the Super Bowl to someone like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, someone like that. It's just that I disagree with that.
That's Bears.
Okay, the Jets going 3-14. I have them going a bit better. I definitely don't have them being good. The New Jersey Jets. I love how he put that, bro. You put the New Jersey Jets. That's awesome. I love that. 3-14. I think I had them going 5-12. I don't have them being good, even though your team's only going to get better. You made moves to improve your team. You have Zach Wilson, who's only going to improve from here. I have them going better than 3-14. Ravens going 9-8. They're going better. They're going to do better than that. You have Lamar. Your team last year could have made a playoff. They could have won They could have gone the 1 seed in the AFC. I think they would have if Lamar and all their cornerbacks didn't get it. Even without Lamar, because of how good they did in the beginning of the season, they freaking they made it to. They almost made the playoffs. They were one overtime away from making the playoffs. And you could have won so much more games if you would have gotten those 2-point conversions. If you would have had Lamar Jackson, you would have 100%, without a doubt, won those games. What does he have to say about the Ravens?
That improved a lot, purely because of non-injuries.
True.
Kind of like the Eagles last year, if you know what I mean.
Last year, that was their improving.
Obviously, they're in one of the hardest divisions in the league.
Yeah.
They're playing the Bills. They're playing the Dolphins. They're playing the Panthers, who I think could be really good. Depends on when they play them. They're playing
What?
the Broncos.
The Panthers being ripped. They need a QB. You have Sam Darnold and PJ Walker as your QBs. What? And Cam Newton. A washed up Cam Newton. Talk to me once you have a QB about the Panthers being good, bro.
They're playing. They're playing the Patriots, the Saints.
When I did mine, I wasn't looking at schedules. So I still have the Ravens going better than this, even if they have a hard schedule. Like,
The
it's just a good
Bucks,
team.
the Giants. Yeah, never mind. Like, there's so many hard teams to play against. I still think that they can get 9-8, but it's gonna be rough. But they do have a lot of talent. But I
They
think
have a great
Lamar
coach.
Jackson is exiting out of his prime already.
Everyone says that. My dad says that. Everyone says that he's not that good. I definitely think he's overrated, even though he's a very good QB. And he has changed the game. He has been another Michael Vick, just can't throw the ball as well. Like I feel like people are like at this point nobody thinks he's good. But I think the Ravens are gonna shock a lot of people. This is another team that I feel like could win the Super Bowl. Bengals going 11-6. I have them doing much better, and here's why. You have this team. They either went 10-7 or 11-6. I don't remember. Even though this team, they had a team of cripple kids at the O line, and you make it to the Super Bowl, despite the fact that you're getting sacked. That you got sacked 9 times against the 1 seed in the AFC. Like, so just straight up, you went to the Super Bowl where you almost won with cripple kids at your O line. That's just insane. And now you improve the only weakness that you had, and now they're gonna. I honestly have them as a top 5 team to win the Super Bowl this year. Maybe I'll go over my predictions on like how much I think a team's gonna win the Super Bowl. Cleveland going at 11-6. It depends on if Deshaun plays and if he's healthy. Even though I have them going a bit better than that, because they have such a great team around Deshaun Watson. That's the thing that a lot of people like don't realize. Okay, they have Myles Garrett, whatever. Now they have Amari Cooper, David Njoku's underrated. They have a great defense, and their defense is underrated too. They have a great defense, and that's what I think. Pittsburgh Steelers 9-8. I have them going the same. I honestly could see them getting some spoilers, making the playoffs, and then making some noise in the playoffs. Maybe getting an upset, or maybe even making it to like the second or even third round before they get eliminated. It all depends on how Mike Tomlin works with Mitchell Trubisky. Mike Tomlin is an amazing coach. So we'll just have to see how he pairs up with um uh, with Mitch Trubisky. And he got training from Josh Allen. He has a great head coach now. He has an underrated team around him. And I feel like they could be very good now. If they're able to go like 9-7-1, make the playoffs with a washed Ben Roethlisberger, I think they could do it and maybe even better than with a Mitch Trubisky. That I think is only going to get better than he was with a dysfunctional organization in the Bears with Matt Nagy. and all that stuff, and you're able to bring them to the playoffs where you get upset in tragic fashion. Like, can't even control that. Texans 2-15. Brandon Cooks makes that team a lot better. I feel like, and I feel like he did like they can only really get better from last year. Davis Mills is going to improve. They made some moves for some role players in the offseason. Now you go from bad players to role players. Could be okay. And there's the Colts, 12-5. I agree. Um, I think that division is gonna be such a close race, and I feel like it's gonna be for a playoff spot between the Colts and the Titans. And I feel like the loser, is not going to get a playoff spot just because of how stacked the AFC is. The winner is going to get the 4 seed in the playoffs. That's what I think. Let's see here. You talked a while about the Colts. Jaguars 3-14. I disagree. I don't have them being good, even though they're only going to get better from last year. You improved your O line, your wide receiver core, your running backs are going to be injured. Your QB's only going to. Did I say running backs are only going to be injured? They're going to come back from injury. They're not going to be injured. Your QB is going to only improve from here, as long as he's not a bust. Which if he is, then that's just sucks to be a Jaguars fan. Let's see what
I'm being generous, giving them 3-13. There's no picture of their new logo like this, so they're gonna get this logo from like the 90s. But the Jags, Texans, they can win. The Jets and Lions, they can win. And that's really it. Totally giving them the benefit of the doubt. Although they could have a spoiler game. I kind of want the Jaguars to get the first overall pick again. Just haha funny.
That wouldn't be funny. That'd just be sad, bro. What? The Texans going 8-9. No, the Texans are gonna be better than that, bro. Bro, you're underrating them. They got the 1 seed in the AFC with their best player being injured. That's just like, come on, bro. If AJ Brown leaves though, then they're gonna be much worse.
Titans, I have them going at 8-9, below 500. One of the few teams I have going below 500. I think they're gonna split with the Colts, sweep the other two.
Yeah.
They're also playing the Broncos, the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Calf Girls, the Bengals, the Packers, the Bills, the Eagles, and Washington.
So you're playing the NFC East. You're going to get at least 2 wins from that division on top of your already 5 wins. You get up to 7 wins. You probably could beat the Eagles or the Cowgirls, maybe both of them. Honestly, that could get you up to 9 or 10 wins. No, 8 or 9 wins. Then you get... I see you beating at least 1 or 2 of those AFC West teams. That gets you up to like 10 or 11 wins. And then I see you beating the Vikings. Or the Packers, honestly. Maybe both. I see you going better than 8-9, that's for sure.
So, I think that's 9 losses there. Now, I don't think they're going to lose to the Eagles and Washington or the... I think of him. Think that 5, I think.
Broncos 12-5. I agree with this. Their division's super tough, though. I feel like it could be kind of tough.
They're in the best division.
I think it's going to come down to if Russell Wilson's washed. Because he was not doing good when he had Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Now, all you give him is Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy. A lot of people are saying, oh my God, Russell Wilson could be really good. He has a nice receiving core in Denver. He's going to be really good. He's going to be just fine. He couldn't do good with freaking Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. You're telling me that these guys are better than freaking Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Let's see if Derek says it too.
In the league, I think. So obviously, we got to play the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers.
Twice a
So
year.
those are all really hard teams twice a year. And then they also got the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Rams, Ravens, Panthers, depends on when they play.
Panthers are not going to be good.
So, like, I think 12-5 is a good middle ground for them. I could see them going 13-4 or
True, I could see them
eleven
being
and
good.
six,
I
but
could
I do
definitely see
think
them
that the
going
Broncos
this
are going
way.
to win the division
No,
in front
I
of
don't
the
think so.
Chiefs, who I think are going 9-8,
9-8.
even with Mahomes.
I have them being the worst team in their division. I don't know about 9-8 though, just because you still have Patrick Mahomes, you still have Travis Kelsey, and now you replace Tyreek Hill with MVS and Juju Smith-Schuster. That's not that bad. I feel like you're gonna do at least 10 wins, even though I still think you're not. You're gonna be worse than the rest of the teams in your division.
And probably a better group of pass catchers.
They don't have that bad of a group though. You compare them to let's think the Bills. If we're counting tight ends, I think the Bills have a bit of a better one, just because of Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox. Let's think here, Jets much better because they have Travis Kelsey. Let's think Dolphins. Ooh, that's cool. I think the Dolphins have a bit better since they have Tyreek and Mike Gesicki now. Um, Patriots, Chiefs have better. Titans, Chiefs have better. Colts, Chiefs have way better. Jags, Chiefs have better. Texans, Chiefs have better. Browns, Chiefs have better. Bengals, probably not. Bengals probably win that one. Even though they have a middle of the round receiver group just because of Travis Kelsey. And a lot of people are saying, oh, they have a bad receiving group. I disagree.
Like, once again, they got to play those three teams twice. They got to play the Rams, which is
That's
going
true.
to
They do
be
have a
an
tough schedule.
incredible game. They're
Yeah,
going
it
to
is.
play the Bills. They're going to play the
That's gonna be a
49ers.
good
They're going to
one.
play the Colts. They're going
That
to play
game's
the
also gonna be
Bengals,
good.
Buccaneers,
Oh
Cardinals
yeah,
all the way. They
these
are
are
at
gonna be
home
some
for the
good
Rams and
games.
Bills, though, so, that might help. But I just can't see them winning like 10, 11 games this year.
Bro,
I think they're still going to make the playoffs, though,
not with
even at
9-8
9 and
record. They have to go, I think, at least 11 wins to make the playoffs. And then you have to beat teams. And then it comes down to tiebreakers, I think. Because you think about it, you have the Ravens, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Browns, the entire AFC West division. You have the entire AFC East division besides the Jets. You have the Titans and Colts. You're telling me a 9-8 team's gonna make the playoffs in that with that group? No, it's gonna be you're gonna have to end with I think at least an 11-6 record, and then you're gonna have to win the tiebreakers.
8, maybe 10-7. And they're going to be able to go on a bit of a run. But once again, the AFC is just too good. You're going to have like teams that would easily win the NFC miss out the playoffs. Like, it's crazy. Next up, we got the
So
Chargers. I have them going.
I have them going 13-4. So my family does this thing where they will pick a sleeper team to win the Super Bowl. Mine last year was the Browns. They failed me. Mine's the year before was the Bills. That's when they made it to the AFC Championship. This year, mine's the Chargers. I'm feeling very good about the Chargers. Justin, you have a top five QB, honestly, in my opinion. Right now, you have a maybe top 10 receiver, top 15 probably receiver in Keenan Allen, maybe a bit lower, and then probably a top 10 number two in Mike Williams. You have a great young talent in Joe Slater on the O line, Corey Linsley, people like those. And then you have J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack, and Joey Bosa, Derwin James. All those guys on your defense. Your Chargers are going to be great.
10-7 beating the Chiefs. I believe the Chargers have a bit of an easier schedule. They still have to play the Colts, 49ers. They have to play the Browns, the Dolphins, and the Rams. And then also the Cardinals. But they also get to play the Falcons. They get to play the Seahawks, the Texans, the Jaguars. So I think that they can go just 1 or 2 wins more than the Chiefs. Next up, we got the Raiders. I also have them going 10-7. This
Fair,
picture
even
is
though
also pretty weird. That's the only way I could get it in there.
fair,
But
even though I have them
the Raiders,
going like
once again, in a brutal division.
I have them
They
going
gotta play
like
the
what
Rams, they
6,
gotta play the
7, 5.
Colts, they gotta play the Cardinals, they gotta play the 49ers, they gotta play the Patriots, they gotta play the Titans, they gotta play the Steelers, they gotta play the Saints.
Fair.
Really hard schedule, but I think that
Cowboys
first on
9-8.
the
That's
8 and 8,
fair. I have them going a bit better, even though I honestly could really
AFC
do
we got the Dallas Calf Girls. I have them going at 9-8,
goodness the cat
and
girls.
they're not winning the division. It's been a curse on the AFC East. The same team has not won the division
Yeah, you said
twice
AFC.
since
You're trying to
2003, 2004, I believe. So I think that they're playing uh, the Bucks, Colts, Bengals, Rams, Titans, Vikings, and Packers are all really hard opponents to face off against. And I honestly,
Okay, let's see here. Eagles 11-6. I have them going. I think the same. That's a lot of people might think that we're overrating them. We're biased though, so you can't really control that. They're definitely not going to make it to the Super Bowl. The team's only going to get better, bro. You had Jalen. You have a very young team, at least a very young offensive core, not counting the O line. You have Dallas Goddard. You have Jalen Hurts. You have Devontae Smith. I'm not going to say Jalen Rager because he's never going to improve. I could probably catch better than him. Then let's look here. He talks a while about the Eagles. New Jersey Giants. 4-13. I have them, I think, going 3-14. I have them getting the number one overall pick. They've held on to Daniel Jones for way too long. They have an okay receiving core, I guess. Even though they're all kind of washed and not a good fit there. An okay defense, okay O line. I'm just not feeling that great about the Giants, honestly. Commanders 10-7. I don't have them doing better than the Cowboys. Even the Commies. Washington Commies.
Giants are going to land. Now the Washington Commies I have going
What? What? I've never heard that. The Washington Commies. 10-7. I have them going a bit better. No. I had them going worse. I had them going 8-9. I don't have them doing better than the Eagles or the Cowboys. I don't have them making the playoffs, even though I have them being in the hunt at like all times. Right? And they getting eliminated like the second to last week of the season. I just don't see them ending that good. Bears. The Bears are only going to get better. Darnell Mooney's going to get better. Khalil Herbert's only going to get better. Justin Fields is only going to get better. Defense, though, is getting kind of old. O-line, crippled. That's my issue with them. 4-13, I feel like it's a bit. You have them going the same record as the Giants. Packers. You have them going 12-5. I had them going 8-9. I feel like that's. I honestly kind of regret doing that. I feel like they're still going to have a winning record, even though not 12-5. I have them going 10-7. I think. Now, if I were to improve it, I'd put them at 10-7, not at 12-5. You tell me they're gonna end with probably like around the Bucks when the Bucks have around the same QB. They have a much better receiving core, a better defense, around the same running back. I think Leonard Fournette and Aaron Jones, and they have like around the same O line. and you're having them going around the same. I don't know about it, Derek. He's very high on them. Lions are in 14. That's fair. I have them going. And I don't know. A lot of these teams can only get better, but they're gonna get worse because the rest of the league's getting better. I'm fine with this, honestly. Vikings 10-7. Okay, that's fine. I might have them going a bit lower just because Kirk Cousins is crippled against good teams. But hey, those games against bad teams are almost given. We'll also have to see about that. Then Tampa Bay Buck. What? You got it. This had to be before Brady came back.
Brady at 9-8. So they've got a rough schedule. Washington, Raiders. Here though, I'm 49.
Oh
Still
frick!
rack up 5.
No, I skipped forward on accident. I was so confused. What happened? No, frick! I'm screwing everything up now.
I think 10-7 is a good spot, and I think they're going to make the playoffs. Next up, we got the Bucks. I have them going 9-8. I know.
What?
I dare put Brady at 9-8.
What?
But they have to play the Panthers twice,
The
depending on when they
Panthers are
play
not
them.
a
That
good
could be hard.
team, though. The Panthers are trash.
They got to play the Saints twice. They've had no luck against the Saints with Brady.
True, yeah.
And the Saints are going to be good this year.
Yeah,
We'll see later. They have to play the Packers, the Chiefs, the Rams, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Steelers, the Browns, and the Calf Girls. That is the hardest schedule I think I've ever seen. That is an insanely hard going to be. 2-15.
I don't have them going good.
Boom. Next up, the Falcons. I have them going at 2-15. It's the Falcons. I think Mariota's good.
Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson.
Who else is there? AJ Terrell and then Casey Hayward. I think they got out of free agency. Deion Jones.
Johnny Neal, the biggest hitter in the league.
And then Cordero, I guess. Calvin Ridley isn't playing. They might be able to beat the Panthers.
He forgot about Kyle Pitts. He forgot about freaking Kyle Pitts. No. I want to hear what he has to say about the Panthers.
The Panthers, I have them going 9-8. This is close enough to their logo. It's really bad. I'm just doing what I can at this point. We gotta quickly move along because we still have a whole division to get through. So the Panthers, like I said, like I've been saying this whole video, depends on when they play them. I think they're going to get Malik Willis, and at the start of the season, they're not going to be that good.
That's
young QB,
fair.
But I think at the end they're going to hit a streak and maybe make some noise in the playoffs. Once again, a hard schedule, though. They got the Bucks, the Saints, the Browns,
don't have them
Lions,
the other teams in the NFC,
the Broncos, the Steelers, 49ers, Ravens, Bengals, Rams.
I don't have them doing better than other teams.
Not Seahawks anymore. They've got a rough schedule, but I think that they can pull it off. They get really when their schedule falls. But I do believe that the Panthers can make the playoffs this year, especially if CMC stays healthy. Although Chuba Hubbard is a very underrated backup. I have the Saints going 10-7 and winning this division.
That's fine. Maybe one
more. I think Jameis is.
We need to make sure that the video timer doesn't go up. Cardinals 9-8 fair. Maybe I honestly can see them going a bit lower just because Kyler. The Rams going 11-6. Fair. Is that all Seahawks? Seahawks going 5-12. I have them going a bit worse. Whatever. Niners going 10-7. Fair. And that's all. I have to say, he made some questionable moves, even though I mostly agree with it. If you guys enjoyed this video, wait, before we get to that, go subscribe to Phillyflyer. Go subscribe to me. Thanks a lot to Phillyflyer for letting me make this video. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Until then.